Hi bro, welcome to the part 2 of my video about depression. So, in this video, as I promised you, there will be some practices that are not very popular, that people are not talking about, or talking about less than the ones in the previous video. But, if you skipped the previous video, the first part, go and watch that, seriously, because these practices that will be here, they are not very for beginners. You need to start working on your depression first, and then you can try this. Except for the first one. The first one will be, you can start it any time. So, these practices really helped me to fight depression. I mean, the ones in the first video too, but these are specifically helped me a lot. So that's why, it's kind of my experience. So it will be easier for me to talk about it. So let's start with the first one. As I just said, you can try this even if you did not watch the first video and you didn't try all this stuff. You can still do this. It doesn't require any big efforts. So this practice is, you need to do something extreme. Maybe even something dangerous. Like, I'm not your mom. I won't tell you not to do something dangerous. If you want to do this, yeah, go do this. Just be careful, So, why it is helpful? It is helpful because, actually, I need to explain what I mean by dangerous first. Not dangerous, but extreme, something uncomfortable, something that is a challenge. Maybe something that is a challenge. Well, something like jumping from a plane with a parachute. That kind of stuff. It may be a cold shower. Cold shower is kind of a stress for your body. It may be a challenge when you do 500 push-ups in 1 hour. Something like this, Why it is good for you? When you're doing something like this, it really stimulates your brain. It gives it temporary stress. And a lot of it. I mean, you probably know that stress is bad. But not all stress is bad. Chronic stress is bad. But the short burst of stress is actually very good for your brain. And for you. And for curing depression. That's why I recommend this practice. I did this when I had a higher depression score. This was my practice to do. And it did help me, seriously. So that's why I recommend this. Obviously, don't do anything stupid, but just try to find something that you can do. If you have money for this, really jump with a parachute. I never tried that, but I would. It sounds kind of cool. So, yeah. Find what you can do. Maybe cold shower. Maybe 500 push-ups in 1 hour. Maybe 10 kilometers run. Whatever. Just do something. The next few practices they require dedication. They require you to have already pretty low score in depression. They are kind of for preventing, not for curing. So if you did not try all the stuff from the first video, go and try that first. It will help you much more than these two. But these two will definitely help you to prevent depression. So, what's the second one? The second one in this video will be dopamine detox. A lot of people are talking about dopamine detox, but they're not talking about it as a mean to prevent depression or to cure depression. Specifically, when talking about dealing with depression, dopamine detox is very good for it. Because what dopamine detox is doing, it restores your ability to use dopamine correctly, right? So basically it gives you back your motivation. And lack of motivation is a big part with depression. So it will help you a lot with this. Why am I saying that you need to try all this stuff from the first video first? Because doing dopamine detox is actually pretty hard. especially if you're depressed. So yes, definitely you need to start doing this, but you cannot start. You cannot just, like, it will be very hard for you to do it consistently and to stick with it. You need to start doing it slowly. Like, what dopamine detox actually is. Dopamine detox is when you quit everything that gives you dopamine, basically. Every unhealthy source of dopamine, which is like video games, unhealthy food, porn, TikTok, whatever human addictions are out there. You just quit it and don't do it for the amount of time you want to, basically. So why it is hard for you? It is hard for you if you're depressed, because you will naturally want to do this. And because you're already depressed, you will want to do this. This will be basically, these activities give you so much dopamine that it will be your only source of dopamine if you are already less dopamine sensitive. So you need to start it slowly. Like, instead of playing video games, one day you decide to go for a walk in the park and meditate there. That's how you start it. You replace the activities that you are doing, unhealthy activities that are giving you unhealthy dopamine, with the activities that will help you to cure depression. So don't start to do it. Don't quit all your unhealthy dopamine activities at once. Quit them separately. Work on them separately, and do it progressively. Progressive overload. And actually combine dopamine detox with the activities that I told you about in first video. That's how you need to do this. And the last thing I will tell you about in this video is, and I'm saying this, the last thing, as if it's something quick, but actually this is a very big topic. And so this thing is, you need to find your purpose in life. When you are depressed not because you are doing something wrong, but rather because you are not doing something that you should do. Because you don't feel like your life is worth something. Because you need something that will be your purpose. That will be your goal in life. That will be something that you wake up every morning for. When you wake up, when you get out of your bed, why are you doing this? You need to find the thing that you will do it for. It may be your business, earning money, something you want to get, some goal you want to achieve. Just find I'm saying like find your purpose as if it's something easy, but this is actually not easy. It's a lot harder than it sounds. You probably know that it's hard. It is very hard. So how you can do this is that you need to try a lot of things. Think about what you need to do to try these things. Maybe you cannot try these things. Maybe you want to do something like, be a doctor. But you cannot be a doctor because you need money to go to the college. Then earn money. This will be your purpose. Actually, for finding your purpose, you can try journaling. Just write this question on the paper. What is my purpose? What do I want to do in life? Where do I want to get? What goals do I want to achieve? And just discuss it with yourself on the paper. Write just as much as you need to. Write for a couple days. It takes a lot of time to find your purpose. It's not easy. That's why a lot of people don't have a purpose. That's why a lot of people are depressed. To be honest, I don't know a lot of ways that you can find purpose, because I myself never struggled with this. I always knew what I want to do. And that's what I'm doing right now. Maybe you also know what you want to do, but you don't know how. Then it's a different question. You need to learn how you can do this. Maybe you don't believe that you can do this. Then you need to believe that you can. But this is a giant part of dealing with depression, of preventing depression. A man with a purpose will never be depressed, because he has a reason to wake up every morning. He has a reason to do something. He has a reason to live. And it's his purpose. So let's quickly recap what I just said. First, do something extreme. You cannot be depressed when you're jumping with a parachute. Second, dopamine detox. If your motivation is not hijacked by these unhealthy dopamine activities, then you won't be depressed. You will naturally have motivation to do stuff, even if you don't have a purpose. And third, find your purpose. You cannot be depressed when you have something productive, something that feels productive, something that feels meaningful for you. You cannot be depressed when you have that in your life. So try to find it. Watch the first video, do all that stuff, do the stuff from this video, and you won't be depressed. This is how it works. Why it can be complicated is that when you have a very high depression levels, basically not a lot of things can help you besides medications. But for most people it will work. Definitely. Most people are not that depressed. The key for depression is to prevent it, not to cure it after you have it. You need to prevent it. And these strategies also work to prevent it, especially finding your purpose. And dopamine detox, obviously. These two really will prevent any depression. You won't have depression if you do this. Also, people are often think that they have depression when they actually don't. Like, maybe it's just a burnout. Maybe you work too much. That can be sometimes seen as a depression, but actually it isn't. So well, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this video will help you. Because the practices in this, especially in this video, helped me a lot. And gratitude journaling. This is just must do. Everybody must do this. Even if you don't have depression, do gratitude journaling. This will be very good for you. So my Instagram is in the description. If you want, you can subscribe. Yeah. Write your story in the comments. Also, it will be useful for people who are watching this video. Maybe you can share some tips too on how to deal with depression. Something that helped you. So yeah, thank you for watching. I see you in the next one. Bye.